right, so a friend of mine was doing a job interview, right?
We're going back now to what the cliffhanger was, that we went to break after the opening segment, and we were talking about, I don't know, something, and Fester said, speaking of dates, I got to tell you about this. And then I said, well, hold on to it. Well, here we are.
All right. So a friend of mine is doing a job interview. He's conducting the job interview, looking for some employees.
Does it matter what type of business it is?
It's over at General RV. We're interviewing people to work in our parts department.
Oh,
right?
nice. Okay.
Right? And a couple of people came in. Conducted a couple of the interviews. And
I need the outside door handle for a 1996 Rover.
Is that what my buddy's doing?
I don't know.
No, your buddy.
Selling.
Hold on. You have a friend that got a job over there as well?
Congratulations to my buddy John, a new salesman at General RV.
He starts Monday. We're going to start pounding him.
Wow.
First time ever selling.
We're going to break his spirit in no time.
There's a job interview in progress.
An applicant comes in.
Mm-hmm.
It's a young woman.
Mm-hmm.
She's about 21, 22 years old.
Right.
And they start talking and having dialogue back and forth. And they talk about how long she says she was born in the area. She's always lived here. She had her little resume.
And this is for a parts department opening?
Yes.
Okay.
And the sales manager looks and says, I see you went to high school right down the road.
The number 6 fell off our microwave oven in our RV in the kitchen.
On it.
We have number 6s. It's actually an aisle 6.
Okay.
Anyway, she goes, my family has lived in the area for a long time. And then the next question is, really? When did your family move to this area? And she said the late 1900s. and he stopped. He goes, the late 1900s. She goes, they bought their house in this area. And she was like born in 2004 or 2002, right? She's, they bought their house like in 1995.
The late 1900s.
So we've lived in this area since the late 1900s.
Oh my God. My cousins, they settled in this area in 1998, man. I tell you. The late 1900s.
I was here in the late 1900s, like out in Ybor every day.
I know, right? I was in Ybor in the late 1900s. Yeah.
My grandfather helped build the Ybor City secret underground tunnels.
Yeah, and she was a
back
sweet,
in the late 1900s.
Cigar roller.
a sweet person. I think she actually got the position, but just he comes back and we all kind of talk about, and he's like, hey, I just interviewed somebody who referred to 1995 as the late 1900s. And I'm like, what? It's just total mind blown, and it's true.
It is the late 1900s, though, isn't it?
Yeah, what? I think about George Washington was president in the late 1700s.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the...
So she's sort of, maybe she's ahead of her time.
I mean, this is the first time I've ever heard it, but that's how you're only going to hear it referred to moving forward.
In that particular, I guess, conversation, you would have expected it to be like the late 1800s, like 1895, 1899, going into 1900.
Yes, exactly. That's
into
what I
1901, 1906,
We're 24 years removed from the 1900s. It's been a long time. But he told me this, and I'm like, oh my God, I've never heard that.
They mentioned something about some crazy Y2K.
Yes.
When the year was going to change from 1999 to 2000.
And bunch of zeros.
Yeah, and there was going to be a potential computer meltdown and planes were going to fall from the sky. And then there was some guy that liked purple that even did a song about partying like it's 1999 back in the late 1900s.
I remember that song.
Yeah, in the late 1900s. And
Remember those flapper kids of the Backstreet Boys?
I heard it, and it took a couple of seconds to process what they meant. I'm like, are they talking about like when I graduated high school? And they're like, yeah, I think so.
Is she attractive?
I didn't see the person. I'm sure she's a lovely human. It doesn't matter.
Did she get the job?
I think they got the job. I think she starts the same day as your buddy John.
Really?
Very good.
Hey, so, Froggy,
Sure.
your buddy, you've never talked about John. Why do we suddenly hear about a friend, John?
Well, I have two friends.
The only friend that we've ever heard about ever, of course, is Big Lou.
Well, Big Lou and John are my number 1 and 2. I mean, they're my bestesses.
Here's the thing about Froggy and friends.
Big Lou is the only one I've ever heard about.
Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds, too.
You don't know how many meds Big Lou's on.
I've had the same friends forever.